Stephanie with Digital Thinker, and today we're going to talk about parts management. All right, from your start screen, you want to select materials, select parts. So we're going to go over setting up parts and then the different type of parts and how you can reorder parts. When setting up a part, you want to make sure you know whether you're going to let the system part number. If you're going to already use an existing part number, maybe there's already a part number associated with the actual part that you have and you want to keep that number. Or maybe you want to use the manufacturer part number. I've seen customers do that. That way they don't run into duplicates. So when you want to create a new part number, you want to click new record and you want to put, do you want this? If you leave it blank, the system's going to auto generate the next number in that sequence. Let's say you want to use a manufacturer part number. You can put in manufacturing information that you have. I'm just going to call this ABC 123. It's important when you do the description of the part that there is a standardization that you follow. Let's say that it's a feed pump or that you have a ball bearing. You want to make sure you do pump, comma, feed, or just information like that. That way, whoever looks up your parts on any shift, a technician can, look it up on their mobile app, or they can look it up on the desktop. They can find the information they need without missing out on parts because of how they're put into EAM. So it's important just to know what your standardization is and then to use that. For mine, I'm just going to do a ball bearing. So I'm going to do it's a bearing and I'm going to put in ball, and maybe it's a 1/2 inch. You can easily figure out how your company wants to set that up. That way, every time I look up a ball bearing, everything comes up bearing, comma, ball, and then the size of the bearing. Just kind of stuff like that. It's just something you got to figure out along the way. So the unit of measure is very important because the unit of measure is how you issue the part from stores, not how you purchase the item. So if I buy sponges in a pack of 20, but I only issue them out one at a time, I don't want my part number set up by a pack. I may have to buy it by a pack, but you want to make sure that you set the part number by the unit of measure that you'll be issuing it out of stores. So for a ball bearing is going to be in each, for example. These are the options that you have, and yours might look a little differently. I'm going to search by each and then add it. The reason I'm filling all these out so that way we can talk about making sure that you have the right tracking method. Is this item going to be stocked? Is it non-stocked? Is it expense? Maybe it's something that is bought through direct materials and you don't want to stock it, but you want to have that information. You're able to make that decision by your tracking method. In your organization, if you're not doing multi-org, if you're not sharing all your parts with all of your facilities, make sure your organization is set up to you. But if you are sharing your parts and you want to be able to see, hey, this facility should have the same part, you want to make sure that organization is the star default. You can add multiple stores per part, but it's just good to have that information. On the stores tab is also how you decide your stock method. Are you going to do a min max, meaning once you hit your min, you're going to only order up to the max? Or you're going to do a reorder level where once you hit below min, you're required to buy a certain amount. Just like we talked about the sponges, my max is going to be 20, but maybe once my min is 3, so once I hit 2, okay, I can't order 18 because they sell in packs of 20. So my reorder is going to be 20. That just kind of helps your buyer and your stockroom person to make sure that you never run out. And then also you put on demand, just parts that you have the information, but you're not stocking them. Something else with parts is you can, just like in your assets, your systems, your positions, you can put parts associated. In the parts itself, there's this where use tab where you can actually attach what piece of equipment this part goes to. That way it's all associated with parts. Right. That's a little bit about parts management, and I hope that was helpful. And I'm Stephanie, Digital Thinker. Have a great day.